Imagine standing on the precipice of a world that seems to be unraveling, where the eerie predictions of a mystic, who was blind and lived over a century ago, are no longer just distant forecasts. They are coming to life before our very eyes. This is the reality we're facing now, in 2025. What if we told you that Baba Vanga, one of the most enigmatic and feared seers of the 20th century, saw a future that is beginning to unfold at an alarming rate? A future that promises to shake the very foundation of our society. The question isn't what will happen, but rather, how soon? Before continuing, declare in the comments, I attract prosperity and happiness into my life. I am deserving of all the riches of the universe and receive each blessing with gratitude. If you want more hidden revelations like this, subscribe and turn on the bell. Don't miss anything. As we stand in 2025, it's almost as if the world is on the cusp of something monumental. Political instability is escalating. Environmental disasters are becoming increasingly frequent and devastating. Technological breakthroughs are changing the very nature of human existence, and there's even the possibility of extraterrestrial revelations coming to light. With each passing day, we edge closer to a dramatic transformation that Baba Vanga seemed to predict with startling accuracy. But the bigger question is, where do Baba Vanga's prophecies fit into all this? And how close are we to the terrifying events she warned about? Baba Vanga's predictions have always captivated both believers and skeptics alike. Over the years, she has been credited with foreseeing significant events, such as the rise of ISIS, the devastation of the 9/11 attacks, and even the election of Barack Obama. But when we look at the state of the world today, it's as if her most chilling predictions are now beginning to manifest in real time. Take the political landscape, for example. We've seen the rise of divisive and polarizing political figures, the erosion of democratic norms, and an ever-deepening divide between nations. Baba Vanga's prophecies suggest that these disruptions are only the beginning. They are not isolated incidents. They are part of a much larger, more sinister pattern. One of her most disturbing predictions involves the rise of a bold and brash leader, a figure who would emerge, causing widespread chaos and bringing the world to the brink of destruction. She spoke of a leader who would rise to power, divide nations, and leave a trail of conflict and disorder in his wake. For many, this seems like an eerie reference to Donald Trump. His controversial political career, his larger-than-life persona, and his brash, unapologetic approach to leadership all fit the description Baba Vanga gave of this figure. His ability to galvanize large crowds with provocative speeches, his disregard for traditional political norms, and his unyielding confidence. These traits are the very qualities Baba Vanga described. But what's even more chilling is the part of her prophecy that suggests the chaos he would bring could lead to the literal collapse of nations, and Trump might just be the one to trigger that downfall. As the aftermath of the 2024 U.S. presidential election continues to unfold, the country is experiencing widespread protests, civil unrest, and political division. These events raise the question, are we witnessing the first steps toward the unraveling that Baba Vanga foretold? Could the bloody future she predicted, one in which violence, conflict, and societal breakdown reach unimaginable levels, be starting to materialize right before our eyes? And how long before the full weight of her prophecies begins to take hold? But the political turmoil is just one piece of the puzzle. Baba Vanga also made predictions about the natural world, specifically widespread natural disasters. She foresaw floods, earthquakes, and wildfires becoming more common, and her warnings about climate change were far ahead of her time. Fast forward to 2025, and the world is experiencing an unprecedented wave of natural calamities. Entire cities are submerged by catastrophic floods. Wildfires rage uncontrollably, and storms leave destruction in their wake. These events may seem isolated at first, but when we take a step back and examine the bigger picture, it becomes clear that Baba Vanga's prediction of a much larger catastrophe could be beginning to unfold. The increasing frequency and severity of these natural disasters are a stark reminder that we are not simply facing a string of unfortunate events. They may very well be the beginning of something far more catastrophic. As we watch the devastation of floods, fires, and earthquakes sweeping across the globe, one can't help but wonder if these disasters are merely a precursor to even greater upheavals. Baba Vanga warned that humanity's failure to address climate change would lead to a breakdown of ecosystems and massive loss of life. The symptoms of this breakdown are becoming painfully evident. Nations are facing unprecedented environmental challenges, ecosystems are collapsing, and people are being forced to flee their homes in search of safety. Will the world be able to recover from these disasters, or are we witnessing the early stages of an irreversible global collapse? But it's not just natural disasters that Baba Vanga predicted would shape our future. She also foresaw the rapid advancement of technological advancements that would change the course of human history. In 2025, we are already seeing this transformation. Artificial intelligence, genetic engineering, and biotechnology are rapidly advancing, with the potential to radically alter the fabric of human existence. Yet, Baba Vanga's prophecies caution that these technological advancements could spiral out of control, leading to unforeseen consequences. What happens when the very technologies we create to serve us end up becoming our greatest threat? Could AI and biotechnology be the keys to a future that Baba Vanga warned would be fraught with danger and uncertainty? In addition to her warnings about political upheaval and technological chaos, Baba Vanga also predicted a time when humanity would come face to face with the possibility of extraterrestrial contact. While this may sound like the stuff of science fiction, recent events have started to make the idea of alien life seem more plausible than ever. Governments are beginning to declassify information on UFO sightings, and some scientists are even suggesting that we might not be alone in the universe. Could Baba Vanga have known something we didn't? Could the extraterrestrial revelations she predicted be just around the corner? And if so, what impact would this have on a world already teetering on the edge? The prospect of alien contact is both exciting and terrifying. If extraterrestrial life were to be confirmed, it would fundamentally alter our understanding of the universe and our place in it. But the question remains, how would the world react to such a revelation? Would it be a moment of unity, or would it push humanity further into chaos? Baba Vanga's prediction suggests that alien contact might not be the great unifying event we hope for, but rather the spark that ignites widespread fear and division. As we look toward the future, it becomes clear that we are standing at a crossroads. Baba Vanga's predictions about political upheaval, environmental collapse, technological advances, and extraterrestrial revelations are unfolding at an alarming rate. But the question remains, how will we respond to these challenges? Will we rise to the occasion and chart a new course, or will we succumb to the chaos that seems to be consuming our world? The events of 2025 are not just a series of isolated incidents. They are part of a larger, interconnected pattern that Baba Vanga predicted with uncanny precision. The rise of divisive leaders, the collapse of ecosystems, the rapid advancement of technology, and the potential for extraterrestrial contact. All of these factors are converging to create a world that is increasingly unpredictable and uncertain. What happens next is anyone's guess, but one thing is certain. The world we once knew is gone, and we must prepare for a future that is unlike anything we've ever imagined. If you've made it this far, tell me in the comments what you think about this prophecy. I'll reply to the best comments. Baba Vanga's prophecies serve as a stark reminder that the future is not set in stone. It's shaped by the choices we make, the actions we take, and the way we respond to the challenges ahead. The events of 2025 are just the beginning, and how we navigate the coming storm will determine the fate of humanity. The question is, are we ready for what's to come? Baba Vanga's vision of the future was unmistakably clear. She predicted the destruction of Earth's ecosystems and the immense struggle humanity would face in trying to adapt to an increasingly volatile world. She spoke of mass migrations, where entire populations would be forced to flee their homes due to rising sea levels, and she warned of the collapse of infrastructure as natural disasters became more frequent, intense, and deadly. What we are seeing today is more than just a series of isolated environmental disasters. It's a part of a larger, more profound transformation that could mark the end of the world as we once knew it. As we witness floods submerging cities and fires ravaging landscapes, it begs the question, are these catastrophic events merely the beginning of a much larger, irreversible shift? What happens when these disasters intensify, when the world can no longer keep up with the pace of change? The unsettling part is that Baba Vanga's warnings weren't just limited to environmental destruction. She also predicted a future where technological advancements would redefine the trajectory of human history, where we would reach new frontiers of progress. But at what cost? As we enter 2025, we find ourselves on the cusp of major breakthroughs in fields like artificial intelligence, genetic engineering, and biotechnology. These advancements are expected to revolutionize the way we live, but they also hold the potential for chaos. In her prophecies, Baba Vanga spoke of a time when technology would surpass human understanding, creating an era of new intelligence and innovations, yet also one fraught with dangers. Could AI, biotechnology, and cyber warfare be the catalysts for the dark future she foresaw? Could these technologies lead to the rise of a new world order, one where human lives are manipulated by forces that operate beyond our comprehension, beyond our control? But perhaps the most chilling aspect of Baba Vanga's predictions is something far darker and more difficult to grasp: the arrival of extraterrestrial life. While the notion of contact with beings from other worlds has long been confined to science fiction, recent developments make it increasingly difficult to ignore. Governments around the globe are slowly declassifying information about UFO sightings, and public interest in extraterrestrial phenomena has reached an all-time high. What if Baba Vanga knew something we didn't? Could her predictions about alien encounters be on the verge of becoming a reality? Could these extraterrestrial revelations spark the next great awakening, or bring humanity to the brink of collapse? Consider a world where everything we thought we knew about reality is turned upside down by the confirmation that we are not alone in the universe. The idea of extraterrestrial life, once dismissed by many as a wild fantasy, has become more plausible as the evidence mounts. UFO sightings are being acknowledged by government agencies, and some of the most respected scientists are now suggesting that the existence of intelligent alien life is no longer just a theory. It's a question of when, not if. How would humanity react if we made contact with extraterrestrial beings? Would it lead to the unity and enlightenment that some hope for, or would it trigger the fear and chaos that Baba Vanga predicted? Would this discovery herald the dawn of a new age for humanity, pushing us to new heights of understanding and cooperation? Or would it spell the beginning of the end for us all? As we continue to explore Baba Vanga's predictions, one thing becomes increasingly clear. We are standing at the threshold of a global transformation that is unlike anything we've seen before. Her warnings about economic collapse, political instability, and the rapid advancement of technology are not just distant possibilities. They are unfolding in real time. The political upheaval we're witnessing today, the economic uncertainty, and the escalating environmental crises are all part of a larger pattern, one that Baba Vanga foresaw decades ago. But what does this mean for us, for the future of humanity? What will happen next? Will we be able to navigate this tumultuous time, or are we doomed to repeat the mistakes of the past? We are living in a moment where the predictions of the past are converging with the events of the present. Whether it's the rise of divisive political leaders, the deterioration of our ecosystems, the rapid evolution of technology, or the potential for contact with alien life, Baba Vanga's prophecies are beginning to take shape before our eyes. But one thing is certain: the future is not predetermined. We have the power to shape what comes next, through the choices we make, the actions we take, and the way we respond to the challenges that lie ahead. The question we must ask ourselves is this: how will we react when these events reach their peak? Are we prepared for the storm that Baba Vanga predicted? As we move deeper into 2025, it's clear that the world is undergoing profound changes. Climate change, natural disasters, political strife, and technological advancements are all accelerating at a pace that seems beyond our control. Baba Vanga's prophecies paint a dark and uncertain future, but they also serve as a warning, one that gives us a chance to prepare, to adapt, and to act. The question now is, how will we face these challenges? Will we rise to meet the future with courage and resilience, or will we be consumed by the forces of chaos and destruction that are already at our doorstep? The clock is ticking, the world is changing, and the future is uncertain, but we still have time to act, to make a difference, to prepare for what's coming. The future that Baba Vanga predicted may not be set in stone, but we are fast approaching a tipping point. The prophecies may be unfolding before us, but how we respond to them will ultimately determine the course of human history. Will we rise to the occasion, or will we let this new world slip away, just as the old one did? The answers are in our hands, and the time to prepare is now. What will you do with this knowledge? How will you face the future? The choices we make today will shape the world of tomorrow. So what path will you choose? Click on the next video to continue exploring these shocking revelations and discover how we can prepare for the most terrifying challenges humanity has ever faced. The clock is ticking, and the answers are just a click away. The future is in our hands. Let's decide how we'll face it. Now that you know this, I'll leave you with this video where we reveal another shocking secret. Click here before it's too late.